Yeah. Oh, man. Whew. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? Still a bit windy today. Maybe a little less windy than yesterday, but the wind is out. And I'm out and about for another walk. Another walk with a severe purpose today. Today is probably going to be one of the most serious things I've talked about in quite some time, if not ever. And I want to ask my moderators in the chat that I want zero tolerance for trolling or hating or anything today. Just ban them immediately. I don't care who it is. Today's a topic that I'm still trying to shake off right now at this moment. Hey, Coach J-Rom, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. My ladies in the chat saying this is going to be a very informative show. We had a scary situation happen he will be discussing. Yeah, I'm waiting for some people to pass on by. Can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? I'm good. Hope it is all well with y'all. Yeah, it is. I'm waiting for that couple to finish, let their dog finish peeing so they can get far ahead so I don't get them in the video. All right. Hey, California Ford Outdoors, welcome to the show. So again, moderators, please, zero tolerance today for trolling, for hating, attacking anything. This is a serious topic. And I want to do this story and situation justice. Coach Eli, hi. Hey, CFO. Coach Eli says, hey, hello, CFO. Hey, Autism Mom of Two, welcome to the show. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally says, hey, J-Ron. Even as a man, as a strong man, I'm still startled by this. And I got to say that my lady and I are very, very fortunate. You know, folks, some of you don't take life as seriously as you should. You take it for granted. And let me tell you something, in a flash, it could end. In a flash. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to pop on in. We've got 18 in the box, 5 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Let me just get right to it today. This is episode number 408. And the topic is always anticipate other people's actions. It could save your life. One more time. Always anticipate other people's actions. It can save your life. What I'm going to share with you folks today, regardless of who you are, it's probably going to change the ways that you approach things in this aspect of life. Particularly when you're driving a car, it's going to change the way that you drive that car. It's going to change the way how much more focused you're going to be and how much more patient you're going to be. Now, this topic, can go different ways too. But today, this is involving a situation that my lady and I just encountered probably just a little over an hour ago. About an hour and maybe less than 90 minutes ago. Hey, GLM, how you doing? I've had more than my share of brushes with death. That's why I enjoy every walking moment, right? Got more people coming on the trail. Folks, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to just start the story, and I'll try to catch up with the chat later. So earlier today, my lady and I, we got up pretty early, went to bed pretty early last night. We took an Epsom salt bath after having some dinner, and we got up pretty early. And then my lady and I decided to go to an AA meeting. And we were going to go to the same AA meeting that we've always gone to on Sundays. But we went there and there was nobody there. And then I looked online and they had changed the time of the meeting from 12 o'clock to 1:30. So instead of having to wait for that meeting, we decided to go to a different meeting instead. And we went to another AA meeting that started at 12:30. It was a great meeting. And then afterwards, you know, my lady and I were trying to find a pretty cool place to eat. And we ended up, we were in Redwood City. We ended up heading on south to a town called Mountain View, which is where the corporate headquarters of Google is at. I've actually been in that building. It's pretty cool. Used to do some networking events there back in the days when I was networking for my insurance, thing I was doing. And we were going to go to this place right by the water to have a cool meal, but when we got there, it wasn't what it appeared to be online. So we found another place on the other side of town, in a town called Los Altos and Los Altos Hills. It's a very nice area on the west side. Senator Palacio, who lives in the Bay Area, and GLM probably knows about Los Altos Hills, right? We ended up going to this place called the Los Altos Grill. Very, very nice place. I wouldn't quite say it's 5-star, but it was probably 4 to 4.5 star. Just everyone dressed up nice solid wooden tables, nice environment, candles, dim lights. It was just perfect, right? And the food was great. And as my lady and I ended up leaving, we were gonna, we're heading back home so I can come and do my walk, right? I am shaken up. I mean, that's a pretty obvious thing. I mean, autism mom of two, no disrespect, but you always seem to point out the very obvious that I've already mentioned. So I am shaken up. But thank you for saying that. I'm going to pull up the side and let some people pass on by. So my lady and I, hey Holly, how you doing? My lady and I ended up leaving to head back to the freeway. But I made the wrong turn, so I had to go make a U-turn a couple blocks down, which, took us out of the way probably about 2 to 3 minutes. When we turned around, the other people behind are walking slower, so I'm going to start rolling right now. When we turned around and started to head towards the right direction, towards the freeway, Highway 280, there's an intersection where you have to make a left turn. I believe we were on what was that street? I can't remember. We were turning onto a very major intersection called Foothill Expressway. We were on one of the side streets where the restaurant was off of. And it was, I can't remember what street it was. Let me know if you remember what that street name was, babe. Well, anyway, it was a side street. And there was a car that was turning right that popped in right in front of us before, we both were to hit the light, waiting to make a left turn on the very busy Foothill Expressway. Foothill Expressway is an expressway that's a 50-mile-per-hour zone in most areas. Some areas are 45, some are 50, but it's an expressway. And it has lights. So you can make a left turn, onto the other side if you're coming from a side street. When the light turned green, the car in front of us took off immediately, did not look left and right. And a minivan must not have been paying attention, ran the red light and smacked right into the car making the left turn that was in front of us. My lady and I both heard the impact. We saw the impact. And luckily, there was a median there. There was like a median to the point of where the cars just didn't roll or move or anything. And from what it appeared that we saw, the car was hit, not head on, but it was hit on the side, but not T-boned. It was hit in the front by the engine, which put both cars parallel. I did not notice this, but my lady said that the airbags had impacted or had been deployed. NC is Queen. NC is Queen. That's not a true number. You know it. I know it. Let's just ignore it, please. Please don't pay attention to the number in the box when it's not legitimate, okay? Nothing to be excited over, NC is Queen. It's not a big deal. It's okay, but thank you. Every single day you see an accident, Coach Eli. So my lady and I, there were two other cars on the other side that stopped, and they weren't going anywhere. They were calling it in. So I knew we didn't need to stick around to call it in, but my light was still green, and I had to make sure I could make a left turn without that van backing out and then smacking into me. We're not quite sure if they were drunk or if they were distracted driving. If I had to guess, they were probably distracted driving, and they could have been drunk because it's October and people are drinking. It's Oktoberfest. And everywhere my lady and I went today, people were driving crappy on the freeway, on the side streets. Like, people just, I know Sundays people get lazy regardless, but today was a day unlike anything I'd seen. Like, everyone was lazy driving, not paying attention, distracted. Maybe they were drunk. And it was just really, really bothering me. Here's the thing that really hit my lady and I. If that car had not pulled in front of us on that stop sign before hitting that light to make a left, it could have been us. It could have been my lady and I in that accident. And I thank God for keeping us safe. And I also pray to God that the people that were involved in that accident are safe and are going to be okay. I actually saw that car coming. As I was waiting to make a left turn, I saw that car coming. And the car that was making a left in front of us actually kind of stopped. They were making the left turn, and they kind of stopped. Because I think they saw that car coming, but instead of continuing to go, which might have prevented the impact, the car in front of us stopped and got hit. The car that was coming, that hit the car that ran the red light, the minivan, if I had to guess, they were probably traveling at about 40 to 45 miles per hour. I think they were trying to slow down when they realized that there was a car there and they realized they ran a red light. So I don't think the impact was made at 50 miles an hour, but I think the impact was probably made at 35 to 40 miles per hour, which is still a pretty big impact. I myself have prevented several accidents in a similar situation by doing one thing. And this is a lesson I want to teach you folks here today. When you're out there driving and making a left turn, right? Even if it's a protected left turn, when that light turns green, you don't hit the gas and take off right away. You look left and you look right on the other side of the street, and you look to see if anybody's coming fast. And if anyone's coming fast, you have to assume they're going to run the light, and you wait. You wait. You have to anticipate other people's actions, and it could save your life. Now, I don't want to even think about what would have happened if I was that lead car. I'm hoping my anticipation would have been on point and I would have waited, but who knows? I was thinking about coming home and doing my walk. Who knows? I might not have looked for the first time in a while. And I could have been in that situation. And it could have been worse for my lady and I. Thank you, CFO, says my lady. My guardian angel is working overtime. God's protection was definitely with you today, said Holly's hauntings and happenings. Absolutely. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not paying attention to the entire chat. Please forgive me. This is very traumatic. Hey, Tam, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Holly says, I went to church today. Maybe the praying helped out. Maybe it did. Again, I don't know if that car, that minivan, didn't notice their light was red due to alcohol or due to distracted driving with the smartphones. But they just clearly were not paying attention, because that light, their light had turned yellow and red long before that car started making that left turn. Now, yes, that car did make the left turn right away. And the other car that went through the intersection, if they were thinking, oh, I'm going to make the yellow light, they weren't anywhere near the intersection during the yellow light. They completely ran that red light. I don't know, if I had to guess, they were probably more drunk than distracted driving, because even people that do distracted driving, they're going to glance up every now and then, every few seconds. And I think that person was intoxicated. You know, the one thing I've gotten really good at in life, folks, as I've gotten older, is anticipating other people's moves as if my life was depending on it. And that's the way you have to look at it. If I can teach you one thing here today, you always want to anticipate other people's moves in all aspects of life, like your life depends on it, because it could save your life in more ways than one. In this case, it could actually save you from dying. In other ways, it could save you in other ways. We'll get into more of that as the show goes on. Folks, whenever you get into your cars each and every day, some of you drive each and every day to work and back, or have kids that you drop off at school and pick up, or whatever you do, right? Every time that you get into your car, you need to always be aware of your surroundings when you're pulling out. Most cars nowadays have reverse cameras. Those help out, but still look over your shoulder. Still look around you before you even get into your car. You always want to look around you, right? And once you get in your car, you want to back out slowly. And don't back out fast like a lot of people do. Back out slowly. Use your reverse camera if you have a newer car. Cars 2016 and newer are required by law to have reverse cameras. If you have a car older than that, you may have a reverse camera or not. Either way, pull out slowly. And always anticipate somebody popping out fast, or a jogger or a walker popping out, or a car popping out. Always anticipate everything that could possibly happen, because it could happen any second. There could be somebody around a blind corner that you're not going to see. I like the driving advice. Well, thank you, GLM. I appreciate that. I hope you can hear me. It's a little bit windy right now. Another thing you got to be careful of, folks, when you encounter uncontrolled intersections, meaning that you're going through residential and there aren't any stop signs both ways, right? The speed limit through an uncontrolled intersection is 15 miles per hour, not 50, right? Whenever I encounter an uncontrolled intersection, I always stop like it's a four-way stop. And then I creep through very, very slowly, because sometimes you can't see if cars are coming or not on both sides of the other side, because there are cars parked on the side that are blocking your way. You got to creep out slowly. And if there's a car coming, wait for that car to pass through. If not, then once you see that you're completely clear, then cut across. But don't blow through an uncontrolled intersection like it's a fucking freeway, because it could end your life or someone else's. Hey, NCS Queen. I agree, CFO. Cops are never around when these drivers are out. Yeah. When I was driving the trail here today, every single light I encountered, I triple checked before I crossed the intersection, made sure everyone was stopped or no one was coming on either side. All right, there are some people coming on the other side. I'm going to pull up to the side and wait for them to go before I continue. Yeah, it's pretty dry out here today. Holly's hauntings and happenings. Yes, definitely be careful out there. Another piece of advice. The freeway may be a safer place to drive normally because you're not dealing with cross traffic. Some freeways you do deal with cross traffic, but most of them you don't. If you're on a freeway with a 55 or 65 mile an hour zone where people are turning right to enter the freeway, you got to be careful. You have to anticipate that. These people could pull out and just be pulling onto the freeway slowly, or they could gun it to try to pass you, and boom, you could have a collision right there. You got to be careful. You have to anticipate, depending on the road you're on. If you're on a regular freeway like we have here, this is Highway 101 right here, a divided freeway where we have on-ramps, no cross traffic, but parts of 101, when you go south and you get into like Gilroy and Salinas and shit, they're still divided in most parts, but there aren't any on-ramps and off-ramps. Basically, people cross the freeway or enter the freeway from a side road, and they've got this little short on-ramp, right? So you have to anticipate that. But another thing you have to anticipate when you're on a freeway like this one here, a regular freeway with regular on-ramps, no cross traffic, nobody making a right turn onto the freeway, right? There are people that are going to sway into your lanes all the time. Like earlier today when my lady and I were going down the Mountain View to the first place after the AA meeting, there was this one lady that was swaying into our lane. And I saw that and I slowed down. There was nobody behind me. I looked in my rearview mirror. And then I went to the other lane when nobody was coming, and I passed her. I jetted in front of her. Because that type of driver is a distracted driver or an inexperienced driver that's going to cause a fucking accident. And I don't want to be anywhere around someone like that. You have to anticipate those types of people. When you go out there on the road, you got to go out there anticipating other people's dumb, shitty actions. Because if you don't, you're going to be a victim. You have to go out there and be ahead of the game. You got to go on offense, not defense. Okay? You got to go on the offense and think ahead and plan a strategy and always be aware. Always assume that if you're going to pass somebody, on a 4-lane highway and you're passing a car behind you, you have to assume that they could sway into your lane any second without realizing it. So if you're going to pass, get in the other lane, hit the gas, and pass right past them. It is not safe. It is not safe at 65 miles an hour or even 55 or 45 to be driving alongside any car, let alone a truck. You never want to be alongside a truck. If you have to pass a truck, especially like on I-5 or a major interstate highway with only 2 lanes, you get in that left lane when it's clear and you jet and you just keep on going until you pass that truck. But you got to make sure that truck's not swaying over, because if that truck sways over a little bit, guess where you're going? You're going to be crushed like a tin can in the center divide. I'm telling you folks, you got to go out there when you drive and protect yourself like your life depends on it. Get off that damn smartphone. Pay close attention to the road. Look at cross traffic, even at a light. Look at people that are swaying in the lanes next to you. Look at people that are swerving in and out of the lane ahead up front, right? And don't try to pass someone if they're ahead of you and they're swerving, unless you have a 4-lane highway and you can get completely on the other side of the freeway past them, and then you're okay. You want to keep yourself out of harm's way as best as possible. Now, folks, here's the thing. Sometimes, no matter what you do, things can't be prevented. But if you listen to what I'm sharing here today, it can save you most of the times. This was an eye-opener today. Road danger awareness is crucial. Absolutely. This today was a complete eye-opener. I'm almost halfway done with the walk. I'm going to turn and burn because the sun's going to be going down soon. And on the way back, we're going to be answering any questions that you may have. Any questions, comments, or concerns regarding this topic or any other business or personal questions you have. We're going to do dating and business tips for the rest of the show, but it can include the topic as well. All right, got somebody passing on this side here. My lady says your life does depend on it. Vehicles are the most deadly weapon because we take advantage of our safety. You can't ever trust anyone on the road. Amen, baby. I could not have said it better myself. I could not have said it better myself. You know, that road, Foothill Expressway, I have another story to share with you folks till I get to the observation deck. This is going to be pretty sad too. Same road. Parts of Foothill Expressway are actually 55 zones. And it can be pretty wide, but it gets curvy at times. It's a wide road, but it does get curvy at times. When I was in grammar school, I went to school. I'm not going to mention the guy's last name. His first name was Robbie. And Robbie's family, I mean, we went to a private Catholic school, you know, respectfully speaking, for rich kids pretty much, right? I mean, back in those days, it was like $5,000 a year to go there, like in the 80s. Today, it's probably like 40 grand a year to go to grammar school there. Maybe 30 grand or 35 grand. There's a reason why I'm saying that, because Robbie, my friend Robbie, who was in my class, had a brother named Brian. And when Brian turned, I think it was 18 or 19, I think his parents bought him a brand new Mustang 5.0 GT convertible. And I've had a Mustang GT convertible. Those things are pretty quick and they're fun. But that doesn't mean you can drive them like a race car and show off everywhere. I took pride in my Mustang when I was driving it, but I never really went crazy in the Mustang. It was just a nice car to drive. But Brian, one day, it was one evening, on the same road, Foothill Expressway, a different part of Foothill Expressway, was having fun. He had a friend in the car on the passenger side. And Brian was going about 130 miles per hour in the Mustang and hit a curb and lost control, spun out, hit a tree. He was dead instantly. Fortunately, the passenger somehow survived, maybe based on the impact. It was more severe on the left side where the driver was at, and on the right side, for somehow, even at that great of an impact at 130 miles an hour, something saved the life of his friend on the right. But Brian was dead on impact. On the same road, Foothill Expressway. Why? Because parts of Foothill Expressway are 55. It's a 55 zone. Some are 50, some areas are 50, some are 45, and there are lots of lights. And people, they treat it like a damn freeway. And even then, some people treat it like a raceway, like a race course. A young, promising man went out and was just trying to show off to his friend how fast his Mustang could go, and it cost him his life. You know, baby, I didn't tell you that story. I forgot about it. I remembered it when I came out here. But I think that's what really hit me about the accident we witnessed today on a different part of that same expressway. All the cops are protecting the Rose Parade route and the Rose Bowl, probably. Cops can't be trusted either since they're never around. I don't know. I mean, even if you have 100 cops in the city, they can't be everywhere all the time. And they're not always all working. I mean, here's my question, or my statement regarding that. Why can't people just accept responsibility for themselves? Why can't people take others' feelings, wants, and needs into consideration? When you go out into the road and drive, you should always be thinking about your safety and the safety of others. But most people are so fucked in the head that they just don't give a shit besides themselves, right? And that causes issues. Years ago, says CFO, my cousin in another state passed away on impact due to not wearing her seatbelt, and days later the passenger died in the hospital. First of all, always wear a seatbelt, because between seatbelts and airbags, and now side curtain airbags, you have the best chance of survival. On impact. There's nobody at the observation deck, so I'm going to pop on up here for just a split second and then turn around. JLM, thank you for your support. I am blessed that I'm even here right now to do this show. That could have been my lady and I in that accident earlier. Just stay away from that road. Never go on that road again, babe. Like, that road is an injury-prone road, just the way it is. The sad thing is I think there were kids in the car in front of us. Yeah, but if those kids were in the back in child safety seats, they were probably okay. As long as they were buckled in with child safety seats and facing the opposite way. But you never know. Or even if they were older kids and they were wearing seatbelts, they should be fine. More so, the concern would be for the driver and the passenger on the right, because the impact of that car happened more so on the right passenger side, is what it looked like. I'm gonna try to see if we can get the story. If there's a story tomorrow, we'll look online, babe, and see if we can find out what happened. I hope everyone's okay. Holly's happening. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Wow, Holly, thank you. That's unnecessary again. Thank you so much. Great advice. Stay safe, everyone. No texting and driving. Wear seatbelts, etc. You know what, Holly? Here's the thing. Honestly, there's nothing special about the advice I'm giving here. It's more so like a reminder of what can happen if you're not paying attention. What can happen. And even if you do everything right to protect yourselves, sometimes there's nothing you could do, right? But at least you could put yourself in the best possible position. If you always go on the offense, many people out there do defensive driving, right? No, if you go on the offense and you anticipate things before they happen, you're going to spot certain things where most other people won't, and it'll prevent accidents most of the time. Thank you again, Holly, for the $5 super chat. Greatly appreciated. I am diligent about not texting while driving, says respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Same here. Absolutely. We've got a couple people coming on the other side, so I'm going to pop on down here for a little bit and wait for them to pass. California Ford Outdoor, or sorry, Holly's Haunting and Happening says, you know how many times I am in behind people that slam brakes because of texting or going to other lanes, right? Right, that's the problem. Nowadays, you've got to anticipate a lot more of that. You've got to anticipate a lot more of that. Because of these smartphones and all that stuff, that's distracting people more often. You have to almost assume that everyone on the road is distracted. That's my best advice. NCS Queen RMP, I imagine it was safer before the time when people had cell phones. Well, to a certain degree, it probably was NCS Queen, but still, there were lots of accidents on that same road we were on before cell phones, before smartphones came out, right? People just drive too fast. Sometimes you're having a discussion with your girlfriend or friend, and you're going real fast, and you don't look at the light, and boom, there you go, right? You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention, especially on those roads, especially on roads that are like, 45 and 50 and 55 roads that have lights on them, because those lights will come up on you quick. They'll turn yellow, and if you're not paying attention, you're not going to be able to stop in time because of the speed you're going, right? For me, when I'm on a road like that, a road that's a 45, 50 or 55 zone that has lights on it, I notice the lights a quarter mile or a half a mile away. And as I start getting closer to the light, even if it hasn't turned yellow yet to turn red, I slow down, assuming it's going to turn yellow. Now, if it turns yellow and I'm nowhere near crossing, I will stop. But if I come close to the light and it's just turning yellow, then I can go right through. But you've got to notice that at least a quarter mile or an eighth of a mile or a quarter mile away, you've got to look ahead. You've got to be aware of your surroundings. And you can't do that if you're distracted for any reason, whether it's your cell phone, whether it's a hot girl, in your car, whatever. You never ever want to keep your eyes off the road. If you're going to even look at the person on the right for a second, never keep your eyes on the road, off the road for longer than a split second. You shouldn't even take them off the road, period. But if it does happen, you got to get those eyes back on the road ASAP. My advice is to never take them off the road. That was beautiful. You know, they say that's the safest way of transportation. It's true. It's safer than driving. Yes, people say planes malfunction and collisions can happen in the air, but it's very, very rare compared to collisions on the road. So folks, yeah, I think I've said enough regarding this topic here. For the last 30 minutes or so of the show, 35 minutes of the show as I head back, feel free to ask any other questions, make any other comments. If you have any concerns, please keep the topics related to life's principles, anything business or personal related. By the way, while we wait for some more questions to pop on in, my lady and I are not going to do a show tonight. There are some other things that her and I need to work on. So who knows? We might do a show tomorrow night. My lady's going to stay tomorrow. I'm going to bring her back home on Tuesday. So we'll probably end up doing a show, maybe at some point tomorrow. And catch up with everyone and give them a chance to ask you questions and hear your voice. And also share about, the future, plans of our business here and our channels here and all that. We got 18 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Again, thank you, Holly, for the $5 super chat and the one the other day, too. That's unnecessary, but thank you. We really greatly appreciate it. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone here. Hey, Roxy. Hey there. Just tuned in. Late as usual. Had accident. Been in hospital. I'm good, just banged up. Did you get into a car accident? Because we were almost in one today, too. You're going to want to go back and check out the replay when it's available, Roxy, to hear the story, because the DVR, the rewind capabilities, are turned off for my live streams. Did you get into a car accident, or what happened, Roxy? Are you okay? We hope you're doing all right. Holly says, you're welcome. You actually deserve it, Eli. You are doing better lately. I'm not quite sure what you mean by doing better lately, but I appreciate that. Holly, just to say this, I've been at peace with a lot of things that you may still be going through for a long time. And all I've been trying to do for the last several years is just help as many people as possible, better understand similar situations that you folks have been through as I've been through. That's all. Holly, it's because of me, says my lady. Yeah, it probably is, babe. I have no shame to admit that. You're a good woman. Angie C says, happy Sunday. Hey, welcome to the show, Angie C. Great to see you here. I have to really say that I'm rather pleased. I'm quite pleased with how things have been going lately here. And I do have my lady to thank for it, primarily. And yes, that's part of the reason why I'm with her, because she's a good woman and she knows what she's doing. She's been a big inspiration to me. And I think, she says the same thing about me. Her and I inspire each other. You know, when you're in a relationship where you inspire each other, there's no better combination than that. That's an interesting looking plane. Got some lights flashing there. Am I even seeing that thing? Yeah. Wow. Lots of planes flying back into the San Carlos airport nearby here to Redwood City after the weekend. Yeah, dude ran stoplight, got me in the passenger side. That's what I thought you were talking about. Thanks, but I'm good. Home now. Yeah. So let me guess. The impact was probably 5 or 10 miles per hour or 15 miles per hour, right? It wasn't a big impact, but it's still, you still got to get checked out, right? Go back and check out the replay, Roxy, and you'll hear the story of the accident my lady and I witnessed that could have been us. I'll put it to you that way. You're going to want to go back and check out the replay. Yeah, it was quite scary. Holly says, pray to God for even my enemies, because they need it more than I do. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Holly. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Damn, Roxy. So glad you are okay. Still scary. Absolutely. My thoughts and prayers are with you, Roxy. Autism mom of 2. Just hope all is okay. Right. But getting back to Holly, yeah, you know, I'll tell you, sometimes, I think every time, a man encounters a good woman in his life that truly cares about him, that does make the single biggest difference in his life. And that's probably part of the changes that you're seeing. Holly, I've gotten to the point of where, things don't bug me anymore. I like nothing really bothers me anymore. I've got a woman that accepts me for me. I accept her for her. And, it doesn't matter what anyone else, online or offline, says about us. We still love each other at the end of the day. And my lady's gotten so much stronger, especially over the last few weeks. Like, she laughs about this stuff, right? I'm so proud of my lady because she's only been involved out here on YouTube for maybe 6 or 7 months. And here's the thing, Holly and everyone else out here. My lady has figured out this YouTube game faster than all of us. Maybe a lot of it has to do with me sharing with her what's going on as it's happening. That does help. She still has to come to terms with it on her own. And she has. And after 6 or 7 months, she's become a pro at this. So everything that's happened even to her has been a big lesson learned and has made her stronger. And I think it's made us all stronger, right? Thanks, you're all awesome, says Roxy. Love this group. Well, we love you too, Roxy. Thank you. We're glad you're okay. Sandra Palacio, how you doing? Glad you are okay at Roxy. That can be quite traumatic. Holly says, is that you, Roxy? He is talking about, I hope you're okay. Yes. I was going about 35. I don't know how fast dude was going, just out of nowhere. I guess I'm paying more attention to my own chat while I'm walking and running my stream than my mods are. I really don't need any mods. I guess you all have a mod rent just as a commodity. I'm hearing somebody honking on the 101. Hey, you are quicker than me sometimes. I'm the quickest one. I just saw it when you did beat me to it, LOL, says Holly. Well, when you've got the guy that's running the show and, you know, putting on a production and moderating his own chat faster than his own mods, I've got special superhuman powers. Ha, Holly, ha, babe. I'm just kidding. I've just done this for too long. Like, I can literally spot unnecessary messages that don't belong in my chat. He came from out of space. Beam me up, Scotty. LL, gotta laugh sometimes. Yeah. So, Roxy, was your car drivable or was it totaled? A lot of times now they just total cars. Someone, you know, barely tapped me with a Jeep several years ago in my former Honda, and it got totaled out. And the damage wasn't really too terribly bad, but it was still going to cost $9,000 to fix it. These cars nowadays are all fiberglass. It's expensive shit. So they just total it out, because it's just easier for the insurance companies to handle things that way nowadays. Not that, Eli, I'm paying attention, but it was hidden before I could see it. Well, I'm sure you can read the deleted message, though. The only person that can't read deleted messages is me here, because on the mobile app, when you're broadcasting live, once somebody gets banned or timed out, you can't see their deleted messages. They should give us an option here too, but they don't. I'll let Team YouTube know about that. Allow channel owners that are running their stream on mobile to see deleted messages. Because sometimes we want to read them because Nightbot times people up by mistake. Or sometimes mods make mistakes, right? Respectfully, maturely, and professionally, they were taking a dig at me. Holly says YouTube sucks at some stuff or something like that, says Holly. Yeah, you know, nobody knows about my lady's situation besides myself and her. And nobody else needs to know what's been going on at this point. Just know things are in progress of being handled. And the funny thing is, you know, a lot of these people that, you know, criticize other people regarding alcohol, they're alcoholics themselves, right? Big hypocrites, right? It's all good, right? You can have your opinion and keep your opinion to yourself. Because we don't want your opinions here. We don't. They're not welcome and they're not necessary. And they're not going to help people better themselves. Right? Holly says, should not be able to make multiple accounts, but you can. Roxy says, not sure, but I'm assuming it will be wheel and axle all up under back car, if that makes sense. They may just total it. They need to get their crap together. Yeah, I hear you. Folks, please smash the thumbs up. Like this video, whether you're here live or on the replay. Share it out. Whether you're here live or on the replay, share it on your community tabs. Share it out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Reddit, or anywhere else you have a following of people that you feel would gain benefit from positive and uplifting content. My lady and I, between the both of us, primarily more so me, but sometimes her too, almost every day, we do live streams. We do live streams to share our tips with you on how to better your lives, how to become a better person, how to navigate this crazy modern world we all live in. That's what we do here. We help you navigate the modern world. That's why the show is called Navigating the Modern World with Eli. Holly says, plus the rated R bots out here. Sorry, I was ranting, LOL. No problem. No problem, Holly. Got 20 thumbs up. Thank you so much, folks. Rant away, says my lady, respectfully, maturely, and professionally. So what else? What else is on your mind, folks? What else do you folks need help with today? What do you want to get off your mind, off your chest? You got another, probably 20 minutes or less than 20 minutes before I get to the end here. You can see the houses at the end there, or the apartments. Excuse me. My lady's mom is having her birthday this coming week. And my lady's mom wants to spend some time with us regarding her birthday. But she's so busy this week that my lady and I are going to go do it next weekend. So probably a week from this Friday, babe, I'm going to come pick you up. And we're going to head on over east towards the area where your family's at, and we're going to meet at a restaurant in that area, and I'm going to take you and your mother out to dinner. Or lunch. I think it's going to be lunch. Baby, I think your mom is still testing me to see if I'm a good guy. But I've taken her out to lunch with you and her twice, and one of those times was with your aunt, your mother's sister. So this will be the third time. I better pass the damn test after the third time, baby. Oh yeah, for those of you that actually cared, I dyed my damn beard the other day, so no more gray. Right? I'm almost 49 years old. Am I not allowed to have any damn gray? I just choose to use some just for men. Gonna be 49 years old in about a month and a half. Holy shit. God dang, man. Great dye job. I'm the fucking man, GLM. I'm just kidding. Maybe not. I'm a lot more humble than that, but you know what? Fuck it. Every now and then, everyone deserves to feel like they're the man or the woman, right? Ever think about shaving it off? Hell no. No. And have the baby face? No way. I'm sorry, Angie. See, this is masculine. This is a masculine beard. This is part of my identity. You see, black beard, black shades, the classic Ray-Ban Wayfarers worn by Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson and all that, right? And the black Kangol hat. I love this black Kangol hat. I've been able to wash this thing so many times. It's still going. I'm going to buy another one of these hats. They're great. Please don't ever shave it off. You would for your lady? No, actually, I wouldn't shave my beard for my lady. That's where you're wrong. Listen, I would do most of whatever it would take to make her happy, but I'm not gonna give up my identity to make my lady happy, because that would turn her off anyway. Ray-Bans rock. I wear them too. Yeah, and they last a long time too. My last set of Ray-Bans, they're brand new, about 2 weeks old, almost 2 weeks old. I had the same exact Ray-Ban Wayfarers, the 2165, I think, series is what it is. The classic Wayfarer, right? And they lasted me 9 years and 1 month. Ray-Bans come with a 24-month, 2-year warranty. I got more than 4 times the usage of the warranty. So that was pretty awesome. They snapped in the middle here after 9 years and 1 month when I was cleaning them. They get weak after a while because this is very strong plastic they use. It's made from like tree bark or something. Mine are 5 years old. Yeah, if you take good care of them, Angie, you should be able to get at least another 2, 3, or 4 years out of them. I've always taken very good care of mine. But Ray-Bans come with a 2-year warranty because most people just thrash them, right? They are expensive, but worth it, sure. And, my last set of Ray-Bans I got before this one, I got a good deal on them almost 10 years ago for $105. These are like $165, $170 sunglasses retail, right? Now, the best I could find this time was $122. Now, the best I can find is $163. I was looking for shits and giggles. But here's the thing. I was doing the math. And I was saying, like, look, you pay the amount of money for a Ray-Bans, and it basically boils down to like around $13 a year. If you take care of them, and they last for like 8, 9, or 10 years. Whereas if you buy cheap sunglasses you have to replace every year, those are what, 15, 20 bucks a year? Just buy some Ray-Bans and take care of them. They're more stylish. You look like you actually care more about yourself, right? You're in fashion. And they last just as long as cheap sunglasses if you take care of them. Well, but basically they last, price-wise. These will last you 9 to 10 years. The other cheapos will last you a year, right? And the lenses that Ray-Ban makes are way better than the cheapos. Come on. You pay for what you get. Or you get what you pay for. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You get what you pay for. I've had my cost up for about 5 years. I didn't like my progressive glasses. I felt they made my face dark all the time. Well, baby, for Christmas this year, I'm going to get you prescription Ray-Bans. So what I need you to do, baby, is I need you to go in and get your eyes checked so we have your prescription that I can use online and order you some prescription Ray-Bans. How's that? And you just tell me which ones you want. That'll be your Christmas gift. You don't have to get me one. What if I want to get you some Ray-Bans for Christmas, baby? So we can look sexy together. But your eyes, need prescription ones, right? My lady's the lucky woman. Why, she's earned it. I wouldn't be doing this for any woman if she didn't earn it. You can call me a sweetheart if you want. She's a good woman. Like, honestly, one of the main reasons why we're even doing this on this channel here, Coach Eli 2, is because of her. She got this channel monetized. She got the traction here. She's helped me build it. It's the least I can do. I mean, being called a sweetheart, yeah, that's cool too. Thank you, ladies. I mean, it's all good. But you want to know something? This woman has earned it. She deserves it, right? Listen, I'm not an asshole, but look, at the same time, I'm not just going to buy a woman shit that doesn't deserve it. This woman has earned it and deserves it. She's a good person. That's why she's my soulmate. My glasses were $500. Like, do you have like prescription sunglasses, Holly? Prescription glasses are always going to cost more. They're always going to cost more. Especially if you have lighter frames. You want to go lighter frame. If you're getting prescription regular glasses for like driving at night and for like reading and stuff, you want to go with the lighter frames and the lighter lenses too. And when you go lighter, it's gonna cost you. So I hope you have some light frames and some light lenses, Holly. For $600, you should have a pretty damn nice set of eyewear, of prescription eyewear. Is that like a little teddy bear jumping for joy, baby? Oh, that's so sweet, says Coach GLM2. Yes, prescriptions, they are on my profile pic now. So, Holly, are they light frames and light lenses? That's what I'm more curious about. Are they light frames and light lenses? Because for $600, you better have light frames and light lenses, and you better be able to see as clear as 20/20 through those damn things. Because those are some nice glasses. I mean, I have prescription glasses too. My eyesight isn't horrible where I have to wear them all the time, but yes, technically I'm supposed to wear them when I drive because I have that COR lens, because I use them when I take my eye test every second time you renew at the DMV, which is every 5 years here. Yes, I have light frames and light lenses, says my lady. Yes, wire frames and light frames, no line, bifocal progressives. Oh, you have bifocals. Oh, shit. That's why they're expensive. You have bifocals. Oh, wow. So one is for seeing far and one is for like reading close, right? Right, Holly? Coach GLM2 says, I'm light-skinned. Not light-skinned? That's not, at least, you know what, GLM, I'm proud of you. Because you didn't say, I'm light-skinned, right? Because skinned is not a word, right? A lot of people say skinned, right? They've been saying that for decades. I'm like, what planet did you come from? That's improper English. Light-skinned. Wow, man. I'm proud of you, GLM. You just proved to me your intelligence. You crack me up, GLM. I'm trying to improve on taking better care of myself. Well, Holly, what can we do to help you? Okay, I'll tell you what, Holly. Now listen, Holly, we know you can do things on your own, and we know we're not trying to tell you what to do. But if you want my lady and I to have our next project with you and helping you accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, okay? Whatever goals you want to reach, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever it is, you let us know. We'll come up with a game plan and we'll keep everyone posted. And we'll work with you behind the scenes. As long as we can talk about it on the front lines, you can talk about it on your channel, we can make content off it and really help as many people as possible, right? Because I'll tell you, in the 1 plus year, my lady has been, with me and following this content. And I'm not saying this to show off. She said it herself. This has completely turned her life around. Personal development has turned her life around. Being with someone that cares about other people besides themselves, like myself, makes a difference, right? personal development is huge. It's very important. But most people don't take it too seriously until something major happens and they need to make a change. And that's what happened to me, because in my younger days, I didn't believe in personal development. I thought it was all a hoax. But no, it's not. It's what's turned my life around, and it's what's turning my lady's life around. Babe, that's Ebonics. I know what Ebonics are, baby. Thank you, baby. Holly's hauntings and happenings. Gonna work on some other things, but we'll not talk about them publicly because Eli, you know these asses use anything you say against you. It's like a court of law. Santa Palacio says, LOL Ebonics. Well, GLN doesn't use Ebonics. That's all good. Roxy says, me too, H and H. Holly's hauntings and happenings, H and H. That's great. Triple H. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Triple H. From the WWE, right? Triple H. Let's see here. These numbers started going down, so it looks like the botting is done, and we're still holding. Now we're at 24. I don't know how many people we actually have here. 21, 22. Yeah, I think we're above 20. That's not bad. These people bought me every day because they don't want me to see how many people I have here, but I can always gauge it by the views on the replay, where YouTube removes the botted views. So we got 20 people here right now, not bad. Now we got 15. 15 and now we got 13. 13 thumbs up. It's all good. This is very beautiful. Folks, get your final questions, comments, concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off very, very soon. There is a woman waiting over there, so I didn't get to go and put the camera on my favorite sign over there that says SF Bay Trail. This is a gorgeous shot right there. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was a little odd, her just standing there, but whatever. Well, she's standing there just shooting the breeze. Yeah, hey, listen, you know, please don't dox. Don't dox GLM. Yeah, I mean, this is just stupid. Don't dox her. Yeah. just dumb. Nobody cares anymore. We don't care. There are only a few people that actually know her real name. So, process of elimination. GLM. Oh, I've been doxxed for years too. Well, I already doxed myself, but my family and all this other stuff. GLM, I can guess what that's about. And praise God. I know, it is old news, GLM. And GLM, you know who it is. You know who's doing it. You know it all leads back. You know where it all leads back to. It's just really stupid. Just really dumb. Not even worth breathing air over it. All right, we got 17 people here, 15 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up, folks. Please share this out. Please subscribe, bang the bell, and select notifications if you already haven't. Also, make sure you subscribe to my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. Nightbot's been sharing the link every 7 minutes, or just go to youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. Make sure you also go back and watch yesterday's stream at the beginning. There were some updates to the changes coming at the end of the year. For my business here with my lady and my channels, our channels. Also check out the community wall on Coach Eli 2 here. There's an update there as well. For the rest of the night, you're not going to really get anything from me. I've got some things to work on with my lady, non-YouTube related. We will be around to respond to messages throughout the night, but no more content for the rest of the night. No, GLM, look, I'm so done with the stupid shit, right? I'm going to respectfully call you GLM. That's who you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I appreciate that. It's not like you're trying to hide anything anyway. People know you're in the city. People know you have a son. It's like, what are people trying to prove? Like, what does it matter? What are, ooh, I'm going to dox you. Ooh. It is a sign that I have triggered him. I love it. Well, it's on you. I've taken a different approach, the more mature approach, and I just have nothing to say. There's nothing to say. It's all good. Some interesting things have transpired recently. It is what it is. Shit happens, right? Shit happens. All right, everyone, I'm going to get on out of here. It's getting pretty windy. Again, no more content for the rest of the night. I'll probably end up doing a walk tomorrow, and my lady and I will more than likely do a show tomorrow night, but her and I have some things to take care of, non-YouTube related. We've got some major things that are going to be happening in our personal life. Not bad things. They're all good things, but they're just happening faster than we anticipated, and it's just the right thing to do. And we'll update you folks when the time is right to do so. Hip Hop Lordy Girl. Debo was a character in the movie Friday. LOL at Sandra Palacio. All right, everyone. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.